Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Funk. Thinking right out here. Got my teaching hat on. I got my book. I'm about to do work. The teacher's about to teach, so pay attention. Get comfortable. We about to have some fun. We're gonna talk about the occult meaning of the symbolism of the seven planets. Ooh, this is good stuff. Good stuff. And all the energy from each one of these planets reside in you. This is a seven-pointed star. Okay, you ever seen a seven-pointed star? Let's talk about this thing. All right, right, there's some 25 rules to live by. Storytelling story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical. But if you pay attention, I help you too. It's my job to get you to what? Know thyself. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. I do. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows not and excuse me, a person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken you. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself add to. My art be true. We in the book, I'm deep, I'm on page 130. But we're in the section now where we're going to do the occult meaning and the symbolism of the seven planets. These energies that from each planet resides in you. We call them chakras. So let's talk about it. It's gonna be fun. All right. But the planets are not merely just physical rocks floating up in space. Not like that. Instead, they are external manifestations of what? Of the seven cosmic energies. I guess what I can't read my little book. I'll be slanted. All right, but the cosmic energies is that's what's in the universe. To say energies is inside you. That's what they're gonna tell you about. This is gonna be fun. All right, I like this. But that gives the rise to everything in this world. Again, that's how you function, including the human body. Okay, let's rock. And all that we perceive in the material plane, physical world here. These celestial bodies are not solid objects you can what land on. No. Rather, they are luminous forces, much like the rainbow. Pure, radiant, and expression of energy. The rainbow has seven colors. You know that? Okay. Pure. Where they come from? That's how you can tell we in the dome. I got another stuff that but I ain't get to that. So I'm just talking about the seven planets. I ain't going that far. But you see right here, they show you a star. The seven planets. Sun, the moon. This is what Saturn at? Saturn somewhere around here. Okay. But they all each planet, I'm gonna break it down for you. 7 days of the week. Seven is an important number for our ancients. Why? Because they can visibly see the planets out in the sky. They interpret it and put it inside the body. The Indians use it, called it the chakra, kundalini. We call it serpent power, but that's the idea. Let's talk about this right quick. Now, in alignment with the ancient principles, they said, as above, so below. They meant the universe actually above. What's going on up there is going on beside you and us. The planets exist not only in the heavens, but also within us. Ding, 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 ding. Did you know that? And just as they govern the cosmos, they also represent seven conscious energy centers, which each within each of us. Did you know that? Oh, I got planets in me? I'm a planet? Think about that. All right. But the planets are not distant, lifeless objects. They are living dynamic forces where both in the universe and within the human experience, the body shaping all aspects of existence. Did you know that? This book is deep, but they break it down, and I'm liking the idea, the information they're giving you. So let's talk about the planets represent a powerful archetype of energy, emotions, creative, and spiritual forces that are deeply. I teach the same philosophical concept. I just put it differently, but they saying the same thing. Luke, use the force. They tell you about the force. Let's go. And it's intertwined with different aspects of our consciousness. I tell you, our ancients and Egyptians was breaking down the human brain, teaching you how to master it. A lot of us miss that. But these energies are reflected in our thoughts, emotions, our behaviors, and the circumstances that we encounter throughout our daily life. We got stuff going on inside us. We don't have a clue what's going on. So hence, we don't know ourselves. This is part of knowing yourself. This is information that will help you practice my philosophy on what knowing thyself. Now, each planetary force resides within us. Did you know that? Manifesting uniquely, shaping both our internal landscape and our external conditions that we face, that we live in daily. As these cosmic energies interact, they will influence and mostly direct the flow of our life's experience. Yeah, if you think in lower nature, you're going to think material things, pleasures of the flesh, all that good stuff. And they know that. That's lower nature. If you think higher nature, you're going to give a selfless service. You're going to live a virtuous and a righteous lifestyle where you are recognized for being a little different than the average person who don't do those things. So you'll be recognized. They'll see that. And that's called God's light. Okay, you start to illuminate from the inside out. But you start translating. When you understand the symbolism, right, this of vibration into creative events, that's the thoughts and the opportunities and challenges that's in the physical world. We have to deal with this world. Mentally, we can understand it, but physically, we got to deal with it. 24 hours in a day, so things we got to deal with time. But in this, that's where Saturn comes in. We're about to get to him in 1 second. But in this way, what? The planets act as what? Channels. Bridging what? The subtle spiritual and emotional realm from the mind with our lived reality, physical world, making a unseen force, God, spirit, of the universe tangible in our daily existence. Hello, become one with nature, aka God. That's what daily meditation does for me. Gets me in contact with my higher self. But now we're going to talk about the 7 energies. The first one is solar. What's solar? Sun energy. Excuse me. You got solar, you got lunar. Male, sun, female, moon. They break it down all different kinds of symbology behind it. But the moon, why? Why the moon is a woman? The moon controls the menstrual cycle. I just bypassed that last night. I think that was, I didn't want to get into all that, the moon. But they got the esoteric concept about the moon. I just bypassed that. I thought it was a little tedious. And I don't do tedious. I don't do fluff. So let me get this lesson right now. Now we're going to take each planet. The solar energy, we're going to start with that. That's the sun. You have externally, the sun is the vital life force that governs life on the earth. Without that thing rising, we got nothing. So you start with that first. Okay, that's life. And everything in the world feeds off what? The life-giving electromagnetic energy of what? The light, aka the sun, spelled S-U-N. It fuels what? Growth. It nurtures plant life, and it's the bridge. It brings vitality, energy to everything it touches. We understand that if you understand science, you know that sunlight causes the plants to grow, causes everything to happen. Okay, even us, our melatonin, serotonin, our pineal gland is governed by light. Okay, understand that. And what's this? Now the sun, sun rays, okay, that come down from the sun, God, are the very essence of what we call physical sustenance, allowing all forms of life to what? Flourish and express themselves. We got animals that's nocturnal that come out at night, but most animals do what? Sunlight. Sun brings life to everybody. Now, internally, your sun represents what? Your soul. Did you know that? See, now we do an esoteric symbolism. Everything means something. Everything is something. Okay? We said the internal sun, it represents the soul, the spirit that's in you, life. Okay? That's what gives life to the body. But the radiant consciousness that's here, that resides within the heart, watch this, just as the external sun breathes life into the material world, the internal sun animates what? The body. Infusing us with what? Desires, passions, willpower, and drive. This inner sun is what we call the force that fuels our actions and people and propels us what? Towards our goals. That comes from here, that we can think it. If you can conceive it, you can achieve it. That's the concept, and that's the power of what? Belief. And it is the central spark of our being. How important is the heart? I just told you. But what's this? The source of life that empowers us to create, to strive, and to what? Conceive and achieve. Ooh, I'm good. The external sun, that thing up in there, that governs the physical world, the outside world. Okay? While the inner sun, the heart, gives universe within, igniting the fire of purpose and ambition. Human beings, we're driven by something. Okay? We have a goal to do or be something. That's the human part of us. The spiritual part don't give two craps about that. But let's talk about the Saturn energy. This is the sign for Saturn. This is some guy sitting here. What is this? You know what that is? He's standing on my eye. I had to get that in right quick. But this is the seventh side. We just did the sun. Now we're moving over into Saturn. Okay? Let's break the Saturn energy down. And each one of them have their own breakdown of what they represent. That's how you learn different concepts and aspects. I didn't know this before I started reading this. I heard it, but I didn't know it like that. Now I'm learning as I'm going through it. I'm learning just like y'all. I highlight the highlight, but I didn't read through this, so let's go. Now I'm in the blind again. Saturn energy. What does that represent? What's the symbolism behind that? Okay. You see a man stand there. He got a serpent wrapped around him. See the serpent going through his whole body? That's a snake going around. Do 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 do. You see up here, it's always around the head. You always see that glowing. You always see the halo. That's the crown of knowledge. That's the seventh chakra. When you open up, everything is there for you. That's what that represents. You learn, you conscious of who you are. You reach the seventh level, the chakra, and that's your crowning. Symbolical. Saturn energy. Saturn is the external material plane. They say the world, the physical world, is governed by the fundamental and the enduring what? Aspects of existence, such as, you ready? The roots of plants, the bones of our bodies, and even the insects that dwell beneath the ground. Saturn represents a whole lot of stuff. It represents, what's this? The dull, the hard, and the unyielding forces of life. Hardcore facts, straight out. And it's symbolizing structure. There you go. Illumination and conditioning. Now, under Saturn's influence, and we are, things become rigid, bound by restrictions and boundaries. In Roman mythology, okay, Saturn is revered as the god of time, Chronos, okay? He takes control of time. ruling over cycles of what? Beginnings and endings. Beginning of what? Each zodiac sign. Each zodiac sign begins and it ends in 2,600 years. There's a new beginning. We just got into the beginning of Aquarius. We just left the ending of Pisces. This is all astrological zodiac concept. And if those who follow that, they pay close attention to those things. Why? There's all symbolism in there that you can use and manifest by using and understanding the force. But this connection with time emphasizes Saturn's role in what? Making the passage of life, aging, and the inevitable constraints that we all face, death. Anything that's born, going to die. That's what Saturn represents, the physical. Okay, life and death. Okay, we good. You with me? Let's go. Got a little more. Now, it's going to be increments. I'm going to break it down increment. I might do 1, 2 at a time. Right now, we're doing Saturn energy. I'm down here at the bottom where it says internal. Internally, Saturn embodies the conditions with our consciousness when the what? When the Saturnian aspect of our consciousness what dominates, we now become what? Overly rigid, overbearing, flexed, and restricted in our thinking. Become real rigid, real all opinionated. How about that? Okay, I call it asinine and egoistic. And you're in your thinking and even your actions. For example, what you mean? Saturn's influence is strongly felt in today's world. How? Where you got many people's minds are confined to what? Social norms and conditioned responses. Somebody says something to you, you gotta respond. In social media, you gotta fire back. If they say, no, you're gonna fire back. I see people bringing their life, personal issues to social media. Y'all live for that. I use it as a platform to teach y'all. Y'all don't give a damn about me. Y'all got all the other stuff going on. That's a distraction. So I'm just in the mix, but I'm trying to do my thing. That's why I'm here. And the pervasive control of what Saturnian energy can lead you to a sense of limitation. I'm only human. I'm just a male. I'm just no. And as people become trapped mentally within the structures that's imposed by society, the rat race, okay? Y'all on the treadmill. Y'all gotta get over. You gotta go, gotta make that bad. Gotta get that money. Yeah, gotta sell out. Okay, gotta go. No time to relax, no time to enjoy yourself. Y'all just on the grind. Okay. However, Saturn also serves as a great teacher. There you go. If there's some bad in there, oh, it better be some good. And if you can guarantee if there's some good in there, it's gonna be some bad. They go together. You can't have one without the other. All right, that's like having yin without yang. It ain't gonna work. Day without night don't happen. But guiding us through what the life lessons that Saturn teaches us is guiding us through the difficult life lessons. I try to help you by teaching you about difficulties I went through, how I dealt with, and help me get through. That's I'm passing it on to you. Somebody could use this information. That's the purpose. We're in the information age. I'm an information giver. And you learn life lessons that ultimately that would lead to what? Spiritual growth and mental expansion. That's why I study. That's why I learn. I'm reading this book. I could have just read the book and then came back and, taught it. No, to me, the fun part is I'm sharing what I'm learning with you as I'm learning it. Okay, that's what I'm doing. And watch this. Although Saturn's energy is harsh, reality is too, truth is too, but it's often challenging. Hello, life is challenging. It helps you to what? Develop resilience. Come on now. Come on. All right, let's go, Saturn. And spiritual and mental discipline. And through that, you gain wisdom. That's the lessons that Saturn teaches. That's the good stuff that it brings. It got some bad. You pick out what you like and let the rest go, as my mother would say. Yet, in the modern age today, this energy has overpowered the minds of the ignorant masses. Fostering excessive rigidly and limitations on all of those who feel and think that way. And it's a lot of y'all. I told you, my mastery comes from seeing ignorance and not letting it affect me. It used to drive me crazy. Okay, so I'm learning how to deal with that. So instead of being ruled by your ego, aka Saturn constraints, lower level, we should seek to embrace a more freedom and love and joy by what? Balancing Saturn's what? Life lessons with what? Openness and fluidity in our daily lives. Get better at doing the things that you want to do for you. Don't get caught up in the nonsense, the matrix, as y'all call it. I'm going to do the lunar energy, and I think I'm going to wrap it up. I see the time. I'm going to wrap this one up with the lunar energy. We just did the sun, solar. I just took you through Saturn. Now let's talk about lunar. That's the moon. Okay? And it's always by female. See here? The symbolism is a bunch of stuff going on here. You see, she got the moon in her hand, okay? And with women, the 4-week menstrual cycle, they coordinated with the moon. Okay, they tell you that's how in sync, that's how the planets that's in you, the moon is in us. Watch this. Now, lunar energy. The moon and lunar energy, or what they call lunar energy, is the external material plane, governs the what? Element of water. And water, the ebb tides flows what? Twice in 24 hours. It goes out, it comes in every 12 hours, twice in 24 hours. And it's also part of how the brain works. They used to use the ocean for the concept of the brain. Okay? It go what? 12, 24 hours. They broke it down to what? The cranial nerves, 12. They paired them up. So now it's only 12. That's the apostle that y'all talk about. But it all breaks down to what? 24 hours because it's dual. It's a pair. All right? But let's talk about the sun. The moon. And the external plane now represent water. And it's influencing natural cycles such as, you ready? Ocean tides. I know this stuff, don't I? But that's what I got that other information. See, I got a bunch of stuff. So it all started to come together in this book. It just puts it all together. I love that. Watch this. The ocean tides flows at twice 24 hours, which rise and falls in harmony with the moon phase. Twice 24 hours. Beyond water, now let's get past that. The moon also guides instructional behavior. Full moon, people go crazy because of the story about the werewolf. Oh, but it has an effect on our emotions. The police reports every full moon they have more action, more stuff. It's a natural phenomenon. People go crazy at the full moon. Watch this, such as the animal migrations. Okay, birds, insects, and other creatures rely on the moon's subtle energies to navigate their journeys. For example, the dung beetle, love it, the scarab. Okay, watch this. Now he used the sun. This is how smart that dung beetle is. I know what he do in the daytime. I want to find out this. I'm gonna say I didn't read through this. I have no idea, but I know from my license, my education, my philosophy, the dung beetle is the sanitation department for the Serengeti. It eats dung. It lives in dung. It's born in dung. That's all it does. So we have respect for the scarab beetle. We call it the morning rising sun. Okay, but in his job, he pushes his dung along the day's journey with the sun. As the sun go across, he does it backwards. He pushes it backwards and follows the sun. You bad man. Okay, our brain, cranial nerves look like the top of the scarab beetle. A whole bunch of symbolism I got with that one. But let's go with this one. For example, the dung beetle. He used polarization patterns in moonlight to orient themselves and travel safely home. I don't know what they do at night, but again, at day, they following the sun from the east to west. So now they're saying the moon also help them navigate to get back home because it's going to be at night while the sun is down. How we go, where we go. Perfect. See, nature's a bad man. But the moon also governs the cycles of time. Yeah. We used to work on the moon. Now they didn't move on up. But with the 28-day cycle, remember, we had 13 months of 28 days. The only true month that we got that's still fitting is February. And that's the Black History Month, the shortest month. Everybody's got 30 days, 31 days. They got 28. So if they took all them away, we have 13 months at 28-day cycle. You get a turtle. Look at his back. He'll tell you how the Native Americans say the turtle saved the time. Why? He got 28 days and he got 13 on his shell. He tells you right there. So nature always can manifest, all right, to give you something to go with. 28-day cycle, and that represents what? The true lunar month. A 28-day month is the true month. We ain't got but one. So other 11's full of crap. We out of sync. We ain't in harmony with nature. They know that too. They did that for a reason. Okay. But the women menstrual cycle don't change. They still got that 28-day cycle. The men's refreshing. We got a tree. Men are trees that bear fruit 12 times a year. Once a month, we get a refreshing course of cerebral spinal fluid that creates life. And if we don't squander it by having sex or masturbating, it adds life to your years. What the hell you talk about? That's another lesson because semen retention, you wouldn't know much about that. All right, they don't teach that no more. But they never did really. Monasteries and monks, they practice what celibacy and they know the purpose behind it. Okay, but the human perverted it, so they don't really do it the way it's supposed to be. Moving on, that's man's thing. He gonna mess it up. But the true lunar year, the month, a natural rhythm that echoes throughout nature. Again, we out of touch with nature. We think the New Year was in January. No, New Year's coming in April. First day of April, that's New Year. Moving on. That's they call it April Fool's Day. Why? Y'all been fooled. Y'all been bamboozled. Like Malcolm said, led astray. But internally, let's see what the moon does. That's external use of the moon. Let's see the internal energy of the moon. Ooh, I can see. Okay, let me wrap it up. The moon symbolizes the emotional aspect of our consciousness. It represents our subconscious mind. Ding, 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 ding. Female aspect. That's 90%. We only got 10%. They got 90. The receipt of intuition, okay, and the other psychic abilities, all from the right side, the right hemisphere, or the moon, the lunar side, which is the feminine. Just as animals use instinct to navigate their migrations, we use our intuition, the thought process, to make what? Choices, decisions. And if we're not good at that, we're going to make a bunch of bad ones and we got to suffer through that. That's how life becomes suffering. And it would guide us through what? Our life complexities. And when the moon's energy within us becomes dominant, what happens? Now we can be swept away by our emotions. Just gave you a lesson about the women. Okay, this is a perfect example. And you acting what? Impulsively. Hell have no fury like a woman scorn. You piss a woman off, she gonna go crazy, ape shit crazy, okay? And go just lose her mind. When men do it, it's pretty much, but women are the worst. They scorch the earth. Men, if you mess a woman around, she gonna tear yourself up. She gonna ruin everything she could. In that fit of rage, she ain't thinking, she ain't caring, she could give a damn, okay? That's the fury of a woman who, when they get mad, you ain't seen mad like a woman mad. Okay, so beware. Beware. As loving as they can be. In Linus is the perfect example. They love and care. But they will rip you a new one if you piss them off. Just let you know, fellas. You got one of them lines. You think you the king of the jungle? You ain't seen nothing that you piss her off. And watch this. They don't give a damn about the king. We do the hunting around here. Shut up. Okay? In the household, fellas. Who run the household? I'm the man in my household. Shut up. Really. The woman, and that's their job. Well, I ain't got a problem with a woman running the household. That's what they do. I'm the provider, I'm the protector. I do my job. I know my role. If you going to play a role, play your role. Don't try to play both. Men, women, no. Women are women. Men are men. I ain't trying to be no woman. Moving on. Some people got that thing confused. I'm playing my role. I know my role. And when you get impulsive from your emotions, all your reactions are purely based on how you feel at that moment. You can't stop a woman when she gets in that rage. Understand that, fellas. So your whole goal should be, I don't want that smoke. So you don't do those things to bring it. Simple. It go both ways, but we talking about the women right now. Men, don't piss them off. Why? Because in that moment, all bets is off in the moment. And without any rationale or control. That's the woman's rage. Sorry. Men got raised too. I just passionate. Oh, I see the clock. Let me wrap this up. Okay, here you go. But the moon energy is deeply connected to our emotional currents and helping us access the wisdom of our intuition and the subtle undercurrents of the subconscious mind. However, when this lunar aspect rules us, it can lead to overwhelming and uncontrolled emotional responses, making us highly reactive rather than reflective, okay? Reflective and understanding that the moon's influence will help us find balance between our emotional depth and our inner guidance. This allowing your intuition to really inform you or your good choice making without being overtaken by what your ego uncontrollable emotions. Women have egos too. Just want to let you know. That's the lesson. I see the clock. I'm gonna let you go. I gotta go myself. But in closing, right thinkers, may you always be 100, me 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who understand the occult meaning of the 7 planets passed away. Oh, I'll be back. I think I got about 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 4 more to go. I'll be right back.